Hello everyone, Joe Show 21 here. I'm back with another exciting Clash Royale video. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about the Ice Spirit evolution. Mainly just because I always talk about it, and also I forgot to talk about it. So I'm gonna give you guys my own opinion about the Ice Spirit, what I think it is, and overall, does it deserve a nerf or the buff? Because I feel like I should add that because sooner or later it probably will get a buff or a nerf. That's what it always works. Every evolution, you get a nerf, you get a buff, you get a nerf. They always need to do something like that. So let's go talk about it. So, whew, Ice Spirit evolution. When I first heard about it, not gonna lie, I wasn't really surprised. Mainly just because it was December. I was like, okay, here's the point. Ice Spirit needs to have an evolution. If for some reason it does not have an evolution in this season, I'll be confused. Legit. Just because, bro, it's literally December, Christmas, and you guys are not going to celebrate like with a new evolution. I was like, what? No, that's one of my first reaction. If it was not, Ice Spirit evolution, and I was like, okay, now it was. So when I first saw the Ice Spirit evolution, I remember having like just confusion. So when I first saw it in gameplay and all of that, I was like, not to be rude, it looks like a Rage Ice Spirit. I'm not like, come on, you can't blame me. Looking at it, looks like a Rage Ice Spirit. I know, like, they made the color, like, basically, this purple, right? Yeah, purple, or Dark Elixir? No, purple. Mainly just because they want to make sure that, it represent evolution-wise, but I had to say, it looks like a Rage Ice Spirit, I'm sorry, okay? So, let me first talk about B ability. Basically, B ability for it is it basically freezes twice. Okay, so the ice blast damage freeze twice. So it's like getting three ice spirits and getting hit with one target. But like, one at a time. Like, every like freeze like that. Boom. 1.2 seconds, then another 1.2 seconds, then another 1.2 seconds. You add that up in total, that's basically 3.6 seconds right there for 3 elixir. Well, that's me making some obvious, but like, you can't really get 2 evolutions. Can you actually? I don't think so. But I had to say, when I first saw the gameplay, I was like, okay, this can actually become like one of the greatest cards ever. Until I see like basically how we play in draft. Reason why I had to say draft have been, how can I say, not good, is because I don't think draft really works with evolutions. Like, it's not to be rude. I'm just saying, like, every time they do like an Ice Spirit evolution draft or something like evolution draft, do you always have to see, oh, can this work or this work or this work? No, I don't think this can actually work. I feel like this more of like just them testing them and then like saying, okay, let's hear the community, buff or nerf, or let's just don't hear the community at all, get paid, and you're good. But I just don't like every time they do an evolution draft. I don't get why they do it, and I won't be surprised they're gonna keep on doing it because they're probably gonna keep on doing it. It just drives me a bit nuts how they basically do it like this, and I feel like overall, I don't know, it just feels a bit boring, and I feel like they just do this just to see what can like the interaction do differently. And yeah, as much I would say it's fun, at the same time I feel like it's annoying. I miss the other challenges. Like, I miss basically 2018, 2019 challenges. Every time we get like a new card, legit they do like a challenge and you had to use that actually card right there, but they don't do it in here. Like, they just have a 1v1 2v2. They don't even have a 2v2 like this. I already completed the Ice Spirit evolution challenge. Spoiler alert, I went 12-2. I tell you this, it was difficult. I didn't record it mostly just because Dude, it was basically every 6 minutes, legit. Every match was almost 6 minutes, and I was legit was thinking, you know what? I'm not gonna record this one because I feel like this is gonna be boring. So I'll maybe record the double evolution tournament, mainly just because it sounds really cool on paper. And I just put this in random, but I was wondering, can this actually? This sounds interesting. Like imagine double evolution, but we're going back in topic with the Ice Spirit. Okay, Ice Spirit versus all other evolutions. How can I say? I don't think Ice Spirit sucks. I don't think Ice Spirit is the best. I don't think Ice Spirit is the worst. I feel like it's right there. I know it's definitely better than Bats. Basically, for me personally, it's better than Bats. But I feel like a lot of people don't think it's a great card because the cycle is 3. The problem about the Ice Spirit evolution is again one of those only cards and it have a cycle of 3. Okay, remember skeletons used to be like that because they thought, oh, Ice Spirit evolution legit. It's like too powerful, and look what they had to do. They nerfed the card, then they nerfed the card again, then they buff it not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row to make it basically pretty even now, like pretty average. And I'm not saying that the card is bad. I'm just saying like if they gonna do what they did to the basically skeletons, then honestly that'd be pretty dumb at the same time. And I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure that the card, if they do get a buff or a nerf, it's not like and like, oh yeah, we had to buff or nerf this card legit in a week once it came out. I feel like there's just too much overall, and they really gotta calm down with that because they legit been doing it. Literally the Night Evolution when it first came out, in 2 weeks and a half it got a nerf because everybody was saying it was too powerful. Well, Clash Royale or Supercell, whatever, okay, fix your game. Don't make the card so OP. When I first talked about the card, I was like, bro, this is like actually gonna be like legit the broken card ever. Legit. Like, remember when the Royal Giant first came out? So powerful, so much hit points. It had more hit points than sometimes a Golem. And the Golem had more hit points than anything. So if you're telling me that the Royal Giant Evolution had more hit points than the Golem in some ways, bro, the card is too broken. 30% increase. Remember, in the beginning, it was literally a 900 hit points increase. That's enough for a P.E.K.K.A. That's enough for almost a Hunter hit. Full hit right there. That's so many hits of a wizard. Musketeer. Basically all those cards that you call DPS, it survives another hit. Even with the knockback. And that's why they had to decide they nerfed the card. I don't want Ice Spirit to be like that, okay? Look, reason why Ice Spirit is like 3 cycles is because they know Ice Spirit, it can actually be a really great card. I think Ice Spirit is actually a better card than Bats. It's a better card than Firecracker Evolution. Because it can actually give you great value for only 1 elixir. But if for some reason they decided, you know what, we need to buff the Ice Spirit because it's not too much, or at least, it's not good enough. Look, for me personally, do not change the cycle. I think changing the cycle for the Ice Spirit will make it too powerful. So I feel like the best way to make it and make the radius bigger. Now, on the video you see right now, you can see that the bats didn't even die. Like, legit, there's one bat right there that didn't die. I feel like how to make it more even is the Ice Spirit radius, I think it's only like 1.5 tiles or 1 tile. They should increase it by like 0.5 tiles or enough so it can hit almost all the bats at one time. Like that. So it make it easy. But make the ticks, hear me out, but make the ticks basically just stays the same. Okay, that's all I'm asking. I feel like if they make the radius more bigger, but at the same time just keep everything the same, I think the card will be legit, even better. Just because, yeah, I know some people will say, "Oh, the radius is not going to make that much of a difference." But what happened if it hit more than one target? You can see right there that the witch got hit with the ice spirit blast. You know that together, together does more damage than a level 15 fireball. Mm-hmm. That's what's crazy. If you use, by the way, there's a level 14. Mine's a level 14, but a level 15 ice spirit with the icy blast damage does more damage than a fireball. Wait, and a lightning for one elixir. By the way, even if you cycle, 3 elixir does more damage than a fireball by 1 elixir. Does more damage than a lightning. Bro, by 3 elixir. You can see why they decided to keep it the cycle 3. They don't want you to just basically use Hog 2.6. Basically just place it right there, your ice spirit, and boom, like that. Free fireball damage. Just because you ignore the ice spirit. Okay? That's why they kept it like that. But I feel like to make it pretty more even, or at least buff the card, if they do want to buff the card, make the card have a bigger radius. Not too much, but a bigger radius. I'd say like 2 tiles. I think we talk about 2 tiles, and that'd be good enough. I think it's the same tile as the ice golem when it actually does die. So once the ice golem does die, I think that's how big is the radius as the ice spirit. Let me see for a second. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. So let me check in here. I check evolution wise how big it is. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. Yeah, it does look pretty similar. I think the ice golem radius is a bit bigger, just a bit bigger. I think so. It doesn't look like it, but I think it is a bit bigger by like 0.2 tiles or something. But I'm just saying that I feel like the best way to make Ice Spirit better, but not so OP, if they do decide to buff the card, it just change your radius bigger. That's all. Okay, I don't think the card is bad. I think the card is good. It's one of those cards that is really hard to like. I feel like the best way to get value, and I'm not saying that you could just like cycle and keep cycling. I'm just saying like if you want to make sure to get your best value, just make sure it hits something that can actually like stay in the same speed, and actually does pretty decent damage. So you want to make sure to use that freeze blast damage as a really good advantage. And again, I say overall, I think this will make the card legit good. The Ice Spirit Evolution. So, on my opinion, Ice Spirit Evolution is pretty good. If I could give it as a ranking, what do I do? I'll probably put it higher than the Royal Giant. So, like 5th. I think it is 5th place. 5th, or yeah, I think it's 5th place as the best one. Right there, 5th place out of how many evolutions we got? We got 10? 8, 9, 10. 10 evolutions. Yeah, out of 10 of them, yeah, 5th place, I had to say. Wait, we're talking about with like the bigger radius. If we're not talking about a bigger radius, I'll probably just put it in like 6th or 7th place out of all of them. Again, it's a great card. Ice Spirit can give you basically the best value for like 1 elixir. Legit, it really helps you right there. So I see no problem with this. But I thank you guys for watching this. I'm really grateful for talking about the Ice Spirit Evolution. Hopefully you guys are okay with this. Honestly, I'm pretty fine. I think, in my opinion, I think this will make the card better. But at the same time, if they don't decide to buff the card, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I don't see no problem with it. So thank you guys for watching this. I see you guys next time. Love you guys to the best. See ya.